Good morning, dear students. Hope you all are healthy and safe. Welcome back to our virtual classes. Let's continue our studies with chapter 3, Playing with Numbers, part 3. So today's learning objectives are divisibility rules. You have already revised divisibility rules before your UT1. So let's revise the divisibility rules again. Divisibility by 2. As you all know, if the number ends with 2, 4, 6, 8 or 0, then it is divisible by 2. It is a very easy rule, already studied in your lower classes as well. For example, 28, 54 and 96. So 28, the unit place is 8. In 54, the unit place is 4. And in 96, the unit place is 6. So they end with 8, 4 and 6 respectively. Therefore, all these three numbers are divisible by 2. So this is how you can check any number if it is divisible by 2 or not. Next is a divisibility test of 3. So how are we gonna do this? We need to find out the sum of the digits, right? If the sum of digits of a number is divisible by 3, then the complete number is divisible by 3. Let's take up an example, 429. So there are 3 digits, 4, 2 and 9. So let's find out the sum of the number. As you can see, 4 plus 2 plus 9 is equal to 15. And let us check the sum now, if the sum is divisible by 3. So 15 is exactly divisible by 3. It gives us the quotient 5. So as 15 is divisible by 3, so it shows us that 429 is also divisible by 3. So remember the rule, sum of the digits of a number should be divisible by 3. Next is the divisibility by 4. This is again one of the easy rule. So what we have to do here is we just have to see the last 2 digits of the number. Right, so if the last 2 digits of any number are divisible by 4, then the complete number is divisible by 4. Let's take up an easy example again, 628. So we have to focus only on the last 2 digits. Here the last 2 digits are 28, and if you divide 28 by 4, it is exactly divisible by 4, which gives us the quotient 7. So hence 628 is also divisible by 4. If it happens like we get some remainder and the number is not completely divisible, means the last 2 digits are not completely divisible by 4, then the complete number will also be not divisible by 4. So all these divisibility rules of 2, 3, 4 and more we will learn later on. All these divisibility rules are valid for the smaller numbers also and for the large numbers also. Divisibility by 5, one of the easiest. If the last digit or the ones place of a number is 5 or 0, then the number is divisible by 5. For example, 95 ends with 5. So it is divisible by 5. 680 ends with 0. Therefore, 680 is also divisible by 5. So you can think of any other number like 33. 33 ends with 3. So the last place is neither 5 nor 0. So 33 is not divisible by 5. So this is how we check the divisibility rule of 5. Let us study the divisibility by 6 now. Now, for checking the divisibility by 6, we have to check the divisibility by 2 numbers, that is 2 and 3. If a number is divisible by 2 and 3 both, then the number is divisible by 6. If by chance the number is divisible by 2 but not divisible by 3, then it will not be divisible by 6. Like if either of the divisibility rules fails, then it will not be divisible by 6. So both the divisibility, that is by 2 and by 3, should be true for checking the divisibility by 6. So let's take a small example, 246. So first of all, let's check the divisibility by 2. Since 246 have 6 as the last digit, and 6 is an even number, so it is divisible by 2. Now let's check the divisibility by 3. If you remember, sum of digits, right? So sum of digits, that is 2 plus 4 plus 6 gives you 12, and 12 is divisible by 3, right? It gives us remainder 0 and quotient as 4 if you divide 12 by 3. So it is divisible by 3 also. So here we have checked both the divisibility rules, that is by 2 and 3, and both comes out to be true. 246 is divisible by 2 also, and 246 is divisible by 3 also. So this shows that 246 is divisible by 6 also. So this is how we check the divisibility by 6. Next is the divisibility by 8. Much similar to the divisibility by 4. A number is divisible by 8 if the number formed by its last 3 digits is divisible by 8. So here what you have to do is you have to focus on the last 3 digits of a number. Only last 3 digits of a number, rest just ignore the rest of the digits. So here the example is 2544. So let's focus on the last 3 digits, that are 544. So let's divide it by 8. In the rough side you can divide it by 8 by proper standard method of division. So we see that it is completely divisible by 8, and we get the quotient 68 and the remainder as 0. So since 544 is divisible by 8, the complete number is divisible by 8. So you can practice, or you can just cross check this rule with the examples that are coming in your mind, and you can do this way to see the divisibility by 8. Divisibility by 9. So it is much more similar to the divisibility rule of 3 that we already studied. It is almost same. The number is divisible by 9 if the sum of its digit is divisible by 9. So again we have to find out the sum of all the digits. If the sum is divisible by 9, the complete number will be divisible by 9. Here we have an example, 42,471. So it's a large number. So let's find out the sum of the digits, that is 4 plus 2 plus 4 plus 7 plus 1 gives us 18. And all of you know that 18 is divisible by 9. Therefore, the complete number 42,471 is divisible by 9. Divisibility by 10. A number is divisible by 10 if it ends with 0. So we only have to see the last digit. If it is 0, then it is divisible by 10. If it is not 0, then it is not divisible by 10. One of the easiest. So let's see the example. 1570, the last digit is 0, so it is divisible by 10. So 1570 is divisible by 10. Let's talk of another example. For example, 752. So it ends with 2, so it is not divisible by 10. So this is how we check the divisibility by 10. Now next is the divisibility by 11. Here you have to be a little bit careful. What you have to do is you have to find out the sum of the alternate digits, right? So sum of the alternate digits, and then we will find the difference. If the difference is 0 or a multiple of 11, then the number is divisible by 11. Let me tell you the rule. The rule is a number is divisible by 11 if the difference of the sums of the alternate digits is either 0 or a multiple of 11. Right? So what I mean is, suppose we have an example 9724. So the alternate digits are 9 and 2, and the next pair is 7 and 4. Means just skip one digit and you can put an arrow to, like you can put an arrow from 9 to 2 and from 7 to 4. So we have two pairs here. So we find out the sum of the alternate digits. So the first sum is 9 plus 2, that is 11, and the second sum is 7 plus 4, that is again 11. Now the next step is, first step is done. The next step is you have to find out the difference of the sum. So the sum, both the sums are 11. the difference is 0. 11 minus 11 is 0, right? So the rule is, if the difference is 0 or a multiple of 11, then the number is divisible by 11. So in this case, the difference is 0. So 9724 is divisible by 11. Let's look up another example, that is 45,958. So here, now again take alternate digits. I am starting from the right hand side, right? So I get alternate digits as starting from the right hand side 8, and the alternate digit is then 9, means you have to skip one digit in between and then skip one more and you will reach 4. So I get 3 numbers, 8, 9 and 4. Again the sum is 21. 4 plus 9 plus 8 is 21, and the leftover digits are 5, both 5s, that is 5 plus 5 is 10. So I get 2 sums, one is 21 and the other is 10. Now the next step is finding the difference of the sum. So 21 minus 10 is equal to 11. Now what the rule was? The rule was either the difference should be 0 or it should be a multiple of 11. So here the difference is 11 and 11 is a multiple of 11. We have already studied about factors and multiples. Every number is a multiple of itself. So 11 is a multiple of 11. Therefore, 45,958 is divisible by 11. If in such a case you get a difference other than 0 or a multiple of 11, like for example you get a difference as 13, right, or 7 or 9 or any other number, so that number will not be divisible by 11. So you have to be a little bit careful while checking the divisibility by 11. So we have studied almost all the rules. We will study some more rules later on, some more divisibility rules later on. Let's start with exercise 3.3 with the knowledge that we have gained till now. So here is the first question of exercise 3.3. Using divisibility test, determine which of the following numbers are divisible by 2, by 3, by 4, by 5, by 6, 8, 9, 10 and 11. You only have to write down yes or no in the table. So before starting up the exercise, just get thorough with the divisibility rules, learn the divisibility rules, practice the divisibility rules. They're going to help you a lot. Just within seconds you can answer if you learn the divisibility rules by heart, right? So let's try to find out the solution of this table. Let us check the first number 128 by all the divisibility rules. Before I explain, I expect from you that you learn the divisibility rules and then try to fill the table. Now let's start with the first number 128. Divisibility by 2 is last digit should be even or 0. So the last digit is 8, so it is yes, it is divisible by 2. Next, let us check divisibility by 3. Sum of digits. 1 plus 2 plus 8 is 11. And 11 is not divisible by 3, so 128 is not divisible by 3, so it is no. Next is the divisibility by 4. If you remember, we have to check the last 2 digits, and the last 2 digits are 28, and 28 is exactly divisible by 4, so the complete number 128 is divisible by 4, so it is yes. Next is divisibility by 5. The rule is the last digit should be 0 or 5, right? But here it is neither 0 nor 5, it is 8, so it is not divisible by 5. Next is 6. Now you need not to check the divisibility of 6 now, because you have already checked by divisibility by 2 and 3. So in 2 it is yes and in 3 it is no, so it is not divisible by 6. Both should be yes for it to be divisible by 6. Now next is divisibility by 8. So we have to see the last 3 digits. It is a 3-digit number, so we will check all the 3 digits. 128. So just divide 128 by 8 in the rough side and you will see that the remainder is 0. It is completely divisible by 8. Now next is divisibility by 9, similar to 3. Sum of digits. So sum of digits 1 plus 2 plus 8, that is 11, and 11 is not divisible by 9. So 128 is not divisible by 9. Next, divisibility by 10. The last digit should be 0, but the last digit is 8, so it is not divisible by 10. Last is divisibility by 11. Sum of alternate digits and then finding the difference. So let's follow these two steps. Sum of alternate digits. So let's start from the right hand side. 8, then skip 2, then we reach 1. So 8 plus 1 is 9, and the leftover number is 2 only. So 9 minus 2 is 7, and 7 is neither a multiple of 11 nor it is equal to 0. So it is not divisible by 11. So this is how you can check the complete, you can check all the numbers and you can fill the complete table yourself. Let's move on to question number 2. Using divisibility test, determine which of the numbers are divisible by 4 and by 8. So again, you have to check the divisibility by 4 and 8. So let's continue with the A part. So the number is 572, and we have to check the 2's divisibility rules, that is by 4 and by 8. So we will do it one by one. Divisibility by 4 is that the last two digits should be divisible by 4. So here, if you see, the last two digits are 72. We are dividing by the standard method of division, that is long division method. You can do it in the rough side or the fair side. So if you see, 72 is divisible by 4, the division is in front of you, the remainder is 0. So 72 is divisible by 4, so the complete number 572 is divisible by 4. Now the next is divisibility by 8. The rule is the number formed by the last three digits of the given number should be divisible by 8, and the last three digits are 572. Being it a 3-digit number, the last 3 digits are the same. So we divide it by 8 and we get the remainder as 4. So it is not divisible by 8. So it is very easy to check the divisibility of 4 and 8 if you remember the divisibility rules. So this is how you can do all the parts. I have just given the explanation of A part, and you can try all the parts yourself. The solutions are here in this video. You can see and solve it yourself. Question number 3. Using divisibility test, determine which of the following numbers are divisible by 6. So we have so many parts. Let's start with A part. So the given number is 2,97,144. We have to check the divisibility by 6. So if you remember, it needs two rules, divisibility by 2 and divisibility by 3. Both should be true for it to be divisible by 6. So let's one by one check it. So first of all, let's check the divisibility by 2. The last digit is 4. So it is divisible by 2, completely divisible by 2. Now let's check the divisibility by 3. Sum of digits, sum of all the digits. 2 plus 9 plus 7 plus 1 plus 4 plus 4 gives us 27, and 27 is exactly divisible by 3, right? So the number is divisible by 3 also. So here we get both the true answers. The number is divisible by 2 also, and it is divisible by 3 also. So it is divisible by 6. So this is how we can check the divisibility by 6. Hope you understood the test, the process that we have to follow. Try it yourself, remember the rules and solve all the parts. Below are the solutions. You can get help from here. And let's continue with the next question now. Question number 4. Using divisibility test, determine which of the following numbers are divisible by 11. So we have to understand the process of writing the solution as well. Divisibility by 11 we have done in the first question as well. So here we will write the solution step by step. So the first number is 5445. Right? So we know that a number is divisible by 11 if the difference between the sum of the digits at the odd places and the sum of the digits at the even places of a number is either 0 or a multiple of 11. Right? Odd places and even places means the alternate digits. Right? Either you can start, no, you have to start from the right hand side only. Always start from the right hand side. So take the digits at the odd places in one group and take the digits at the even places in the another group and then find out the difference. So let's start with A part. Starting from the right hand side, the numbers, the digits at the odd places are 5 and 4, right? So first number is 5, then skip 4, then the third number is 4. From the right hand side I'm talking. So 5 plus 4 is equal to 9. Now sum of the digits at the even places are 4 plus 5 is equal to 9. If you get confused with the odd places and even places, you can just see the alternate digits and you can put arrow from one number to the other number, right? So this both the sums are 9 and the difference is 0 here. So the given number 5445 is divisible by 11. So here you have to be careful about the three steps: the sum of the digits at the odd places, the sum of the digits at the even places, and the difference. So be careful about this and try out rest of the parts yourself. The solution is given below. Question number 5. Write the smallest digit and the greatest digit in the blank space of each of the following numbers so that the number formed is divisible by 3. So the question says that you have to fill a digit in the blank so that the complete number becomes divisible by 3. So before starting with the solution, let's quickly recall the divisibility of 3 again. The number is divisible by 3 if the sum of all the digits of a number is divisible by 3, right? So let's start with A part now. Dash 6724. So it is a 5-digit number. One digit is missing. So for finding the sum of all the digits, let's try to find out the sum of the given digits. That is 4 plus 2 plus 7 plus 6 is 19. Right? Now the sum 19 is not divisible by 3. After 19 we have 21 in the counting, which is divisible by 3. Right? We have to think of a number, the next number after 19, which is divisible by 3. So that is 21. So how to reach 21? If we add 2 with 19, we can reach 21. Right? So the smallest number that we can add with 19 to make it divisible by 3 is 2, right? 19 plus 2 is 21. Then 21 is divisible by 3. So the smallest number that can be placed in this blank is 2, right? Now let us try to find out the greatest digit now that can be placed in this blank. Now if we add 3 with 19, you will get 22, not divisible by 3. Now you can just add 4, add 5, add 6, add 7, add 8, okay? And then you can see the answers. If the answer is divisible by 3, then you can select that digit. So by this trial method, I find out that 8 is the greatest digit that can be placed in the blank. The sum, that is 19 plus 8, is 27, which is divisible by 3, right? So this is how we have find out the smallest and the greatest digit that can be put in the blank for making the number divisible by 3. So the required digits are 2 and 8. B part, 4765-2. So it is a 6-digit number and one digit is missing. So we'll find out the sum of rest of the digits and then we will think of the digit that is missing, right? So the sum of digits 2 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 4 is 24, and 24 is divisible by 3. So the digits that we already have gives us a sum which is divisible by 3, right? So if we put 0 in the blank, then also it is divisible by 3. 24 plus 0 is 24. Then the number remains to be divisible by 3. So the smallest number is 0, which can be put here in the blank. So we are able to find the smallest digit, that is 0. right? Now let's think of the greatest digit. Now one by one we will increase from 0 to 1, then to 2, then to 3, then to 4, and we will reach to the greatest digit. We have digits from 0 to 9 only. The smallest digit is 0 and the greatest digit is 9. We have to check all the digits one by one. So placing the digits one by one, after placing them in order, I find out that the greatest digit that can be placed in the blank is 9. If you see, 24 plus 9 is 33, right? 33 is divisible by 3. So the required digits are 0 and 9. So this is how you have to follow the steps to find out the smallest and the greatest number. Question number 6. Write a digit in the blank space of each of the following numbers so that the numbers formed is divisible by 11. So the question is similar to the previous question. The difference is there you have to check the divisibility, you had to check the divisibility of 3, and here you have to check the divisibility of 11. So a much complicated one. So let's start. Recall the divisibility of 11 first of all, that you have to find out the sum of the digits at the odd places and even places separately, and then you have to find out the difference, and the difference should either be 0 or divisible by 11, right? So let's start with A part. The number is 92-389. So let's do the first step. Sum of the digits at the odd places. Odd places means at the first place, third place, fifth place, starting from the right hand side. So the digits are 9 plus 3 plus 2, right? You have to count the blank as well. 9 plus 3 plus 2, which is 14. Now the sum of the digits at the even places, counting the blank as well. So the even places means second place, fourth place and the sixth place. So the second place is 8, fourth place is blank and the sixth place is 9. So 8 plus dash plus 9 is equal to 17. That is 8 plus 9 is equal to 17. Now we have 17 plus blank left here, right? The blank digit we don't have, so we have to consider it. Don't forget that. Now let's try to find out the difference. Now the difference is 17 plus blank, that is the sum. 17 plus blank is the sum, minus 14, right? So if you solve this expression, you get 17 minus 14 as 3, and one blank digit is there. We don't know what is there in this digit, but one blank digit is there. So dash plus 3, you find out this as the difference. Now for the given number to be divisible by 11, it should be either 0 or a multiple of 11, remember, right? So it, now in this case when we have dash plus 3, so it cannot be 0. 0 case has gone, because when we have plus 3 with something means it is greater than 0, right? So the 0 case has gone. Now the next thing is it can be a multiple of 11. Now something plus 3 can give you a multiple of 11, and the smallest multiple of 11 is the first multiple, that is 11. So dash plus 3 is equal to 11. We have to make the difference 11. So here we can think of that what should be added to 3 to make it 11. So we can add 3, we can add 8 with 3 to make it equal to 11, right? Hope you understand why we are making it 11, so that we can have a first multiple of 11, right? The difference should be a multiple of 11. So here we are trying to find out the first multiple of 11. So for making the difference to be 11, we have to add 8 with 3. Hence the required digit is 8. The missing digit is 8, and the number becomes 928389. So you have to practice a little bit. You have to be a bit more careful while you are doing this question, and you are able to find out the solution easily. Now let's try to do B part. Now the B part is 8 dash 9484. So there are 6 digits. So let's try to find out the sum of the digits at the odd places and sum of the digits at the even places. So the sum of digits at the odd places is 4 plus blank. The missing digit is also here. So 4 plus 4 is 8. So 8 plus dash. Sum of digits at even places. At even places the digits are 8, 9 and 8. So the sum is 25. 8 plus 9 plus 8 is 25. Now finding the difference. 25 minus the first sum. I have kept the first sum in the square brackets. Why? Because it had 2 digits. So 25 minus 8 minus something, right? This is the difference. So 25 minus 8 is 17. 17 minus dash is left. We have got the difference as 17 minus dash. Now for the given number to be divisible by 11, what should be the difference? The difference should be either 0 or a multiple of 11, right? So the difference, if we make difference as 0, then 17 minus something is equal to 0. Now think of a number which can be subtracted from 17 to make it 0. So it will be 17 minus 17, right? 17 minus 17 is 0. But 17 is a 2-digit number. We cannot use this, right? So 17 minus 17 is equal to 0. This case is not true. Why? Because 17 is a 2-digit number and we have to insert only 1 digit here. So gone is this case. So the next case is that the difference should be divisible by 11, right? Now 17 minus something. You have to subtract something from 17 which gives us a multiple of 11. So there is only one multiple less than 17. What is that? 11, right? So only one multiple is there less than 17, which is 11 itself. So 17 minus 6 is 11, right? So, or we can say 17 minus 11 is equal to 6. For finding the missing digit, we can do 17 minus 11 is equal to 6. So, this is how we can find out the missing digit. So, the required number is 869484. So, be a little bit careful in such questions. So, this is how we can check the divisibility rules in the question, and we can use the divisibility rules to find out the missing digits like we have done in question number 5 and 6. Hope you have understood the concepts. I hope you will not find it difficult to learn the divisibility rules, to apply the divisibility rules, right? So kindly do the complete exercise 3.3, all the questions, all the parts in your notebook, and we will discuss all your doubts in the virtual session. All right. Thank you.